Hey everybody, I'm Brian Gleim. Welcome to Astronomy 111 online here at GCC. I wanted to make this video to introduce myself and to go over the high points of the syllabus, answer some frequently asked questions, and then show you the Canvas page and so you know how to navigate it and get to all the resources that we're going to explore throughout this semester. So hopefully I'll keep this short and sweet so that you can then hit the ground running with the class. But let me shrink that and say, okay, go over my little PowerPoint of the syllabus here real quick. Welcome to Astronomy 111. This class is about planetary science and studying the planets and the objects in our solar system, and also the planets and things that we're discovering around other stars. So our solar system and other solar systems. Actually getting into the substance will be for the next video. Like I said, this is just the quick introduction. So first off, read the entire syllabus. It's there for you, so make sure you read the entire thing. I'm just going to hit the little high points here right now. I'm Brian Gleim. Hi. I figured I would be on camera. I'm not on camera for most of my lecture videos, so I figured it might be nice for you to have a face to attach to the voice and the name. If you need to email me, Canvas is the easiest place. Just go to Canvas, shoot me a message, and I'll get back to you there. If there's something wrong with Canvas, if Canvas is down or something and you really need to email me, then that Gmail address right there is the easiest way to do that. My office hours are at those days and times. I'm going to be in my office here at in PS 110 in the Physical Science Building at the main campus. I'm going to be in this room and at that Google Meet address at the same time. So if you want to come in person, if you've got questions and you want to drop by, it's an office hour. You don't need to make an appointment. Just drop on in and I'll help you with what I can help you with. If you're around campus and you want to come in physically, come on in. And if you just want to come to that, meet virtually, then that's the URL for the Google Meets room, and I'll be there at the same schedule. So, oops. Okay. The only two texts for the class are two things. First off, a subscription to Argos. So Argos is an online lesson platform that it's at ASU, and so ASU and us at GCC, we've been working together to build this platform for you to do the labs for your class. So the lab points in this class will be lessons and activities, and it's as hands-on as you can do in an online class. Trying to have sort of an online experience that's as hands-on as we can to make it like real science. And so that will cost a little bit of money, and so you'll sign up for that to do the lab work. The homework in this class will be through the Astronomer's Tool Belt, a textbook that we've written here at GCC. And so since we wrote it, we're giving it to you for free. So that's the only thing to pay for is the Argo subscription. The textbook is free, and you can either have a PDF version of the book or a physical version. If you want the physical version, I'm going to take a survey of the class and see how many copies to print up, and I'll show you where to do that here in a sec. If you are the kind of student that would like a traditional textbook, sort of, chapters that tell you the information and all that, then I'm not going to require a traditional textbook. If you're the kind of student that just gets nothing out of a textbook and buys it because it's required and never opens it, then you don't need to. But if you are, and I'll leave this choice to you. If you are the kind of student that would like a traditional textbook to read and help you out with the lessons, great. Then the OpenStax astronomy textbook is pretty darn good, and I'll point you at that URL to read the book, and it's free. So that's nice. Everything through the class will be linked through Canvas. So you're just going to go to Canvas. That's how I'll email or send announcements to you. It's how you'll email me. It's got everything. The syllabus, links to my lecture videos, the homework, the quizzes, the final project, and it's where I will link you to Argos. So you don't need to go to the Argos website. All the lessons will be linked through Canvas. And I'll show you that here in a second. And then it's got the grade book, so you'll always know what your score is in the class. Okay. The homework will be in the textbook and through the free textbook, and through Canvas. Every 2 weeks we'll have a quiz. That quiz will also be through Canvas. And here's the thing. You'll notice on this list, there's no midterm exam, there's no final exam. I'm not going to give you like a big long exam in this class. I'm just going to give you a quiz every 2 weeks for you to review everything that we've done in that 2 weeks. So every quiz will be on what we've gone over in the previous 2 weeks. So it'll be short. It'll be about a dozen questions. You'll have usually like 18 minutes. So it's short, but it's timed. I want you to make sure that you've reviewed everything that we've gone over in the last 2 weeks. And if you go through that review and you're a little, maybe you've got questions, maybe you're a little confused, you want to make sure you got it clearly in your head before you take the quiz, come to office hours. Send me a question through the discussions, right? Ask for some help from me or from another student. That's what we're here for, right? Science is never done solitary, right? Science is done in collaborations, people working together, helping each other out. And so it's a little artificial in an online class if you're doing the whole thing by yourself, because we get work done. I mean, like any human project, we get science done faster, more accurately, easier, and more correctly if we work together and put our heads together. So if you've got a question, post a question to the discussion board or come into my office hours. We're here to help each other out. All right. If you've done your review of what the quiz is on and it's making sense and you're good to go, great. Open up that quiz and get it done. But it's timed and you only have one attempt at each quiz. So make sure you've reviewed and that it's making sense before you take the quiz. Okay? All right. It's 25% of the grade. So just because they're short quizzes doesn't mean they're insignificant. It adds up to a big percentage of the overall grade. If all goes according to plan, there will be 8 quizzes by the end of the semester. And out of those 8 quizzes, I'm going to take your top 5, and that's what's going to go into your final grade, and the lower quiz scores I'll drop. Because, you know what? We all have a bad day. You only get one attempt at each quiz, and we all have a bad day. So if you just have a real bad day, or something goes wrong and you do badly on a quiz, that's fine. Learn from your mistakes, figure out what you got wrong on the quiz, and fix your understanding so you don't make those mistakes again. And then you'll do better when a similar question comes up on the next quiz. But you know what? If you have a bad day, you don't do well on a quiz, and you learn from your mistakes, then I have no problem dropping the lowest quiz scores so that it doesn't hurt your overall grade. But you got to learn from your mistakes, right? We don't have a final exam, but we do have a final project. And the final project is a cumulative science exploration project that adds, as I said, it's cumulative. So it includes everything that we've talked about the whole semester in a way that is more hands-on and more real science than just an exam. So we'll talk more about that toward the end of the semester. But I just want to tell you, like, that's on the horizon, right? That's the end of the semester will be with this project instead of a final exam. And then the last quarter of the points for the class are the laboratory points through the Argos lessons. Okay. All right. Oh, that's the end of my PowerPoint. Okay, so let me show you the Canvas class. All right. So here's what the Canvas class will look like. To get started, just go to Start Here. Okay. The first module, so the Start Here link will take you to the modules page. Everything that you're going to do in the class is posted in order in the modules page. So the main place you're going to go for the class is just here on the left side, go to modules. All right. It's got this welcome message from me. I've got things in here that I didn't put in the video, so make sure you read this welcome message. Here's a copy of the syllabus. You're going to read that. After you've read the syllabus, go here to the syllabus acknowledgement form. I need you to fill out that form saying, I've read the syllabus and I understand it and I'm ready to start the semester. You have to fill out this form. If I don't have this at the beginning of the semester, I have to drop you from the class. So after you've read the syllabus, make sure you fill out that form or else I have to drop you from the class. Get that done immediately. This video is the one you're watching right now, so this is where I'm going to put it when I'm done making this video. Here's the textbook. So here is the textbook that okay. All right, I just open it here. Okay. So here is the textbook. Okay. Yeah. We'll look at it like this. You can look at it through whatever PDF reader you're using. So the textbook here is, like I said, it's not a traditional textbook. It's going to be what we're calling microtasks, right? Little lessons to teach you the idea and then give you some practice problems with that idea in little bite-sized chunks, right? So the textbook is broken up into these microtasks, these tools. And so each of these microtasks is, each of these microtasks is basically, it's usually 2 pages. So page 1, page 2, just most of the first 2 pages are give you the essential information, and there might be a few questions, like there's something for you to fill in right here. I think that's it for this page, right? So the first 2 pages are a couple pages of notes, or you might call it a study guide, right? To give you the information you need. So read those first 2 pages, answer any little questions that there are, like there is right here, and then go on to page 3, which is practice problems. And so after you've read those notes pages, go ahead and get a little more practice here on page 3. Oh, and then top of page 4, which just has a little more text. All right. That's the microtask, right? So to go back to the module, right? Each of these microtasks, so if we go to module 1, the first microtask is tool 1, calculators, all right? That's what you're going to do. You're going to, that when I say microtask tool 1, calculators, you're going to go to the book, read the notes, do the practice problems, okay? Then I'm not going to have you turn that in, right? Because it's on paper. You're going to do it on paper, and this is an online class. So I'm not going to have you turn that in, but you are going to do this tool 1 practice. So a few more practice problems, okay? After you've done the microtask, and you got to do the microtask first, because the microtask in the book is going to have the information you need. It's going to give you some practice problems. If you read the microtask and the practice problems are easy, Great. Go on to the practice lesson, the practice assignment. If you're confused, come into office hours and ask for help. Post a discussion to the discussion board and ask for help. All right. Each of these practice assignments is some more practice problems. Those are going to be graded. All right. So you want to make sure you understand what's going on before you do the practice, because if you get some questions wrong on the practice assignment, that's going to be some points off. I'm going to let you take the practice assignments more than once, but I think I have them set. I have most of them set for giving you 3 tries. Right. I'm going to give you 3 tries. But your score is going to be the average of all 3. Okay? So if you do badly the first time, that's gonna hurt your average. So, and if you get all the questions right the first time, then you get all 10 points. Each of them is going to be worth 10 points. So this is homework, right? This is the part of the homework that you're going to turn in, are these practice assignments. Get more practice problems for the microtest tools. Okay? That's why I want you to make sure you've done the microtask out of the book, make sure you've done the practice problems, and that you're getting all the questions right. If you're getting all the questions right in the book, you'll get all the questions right in the practice assignment. All right. Don't do the practice until you are sure you're confident with what's going on. All right. And if you take the practice assignment the first time and you don't get everything 100% correct, fix your understanding, fix the mistakes you made, do the practice again, get all the questions right, and that'll up your average, and you won't have lost that many points in the gradebook. Okay, so that's the deal I'm making with you. Is I'm not having you turn in the micro task out of the book. But in exchange, I'm putting the responsibility on you to make sure you know what's going on, so that you get all the points you can on the practices. All right, and then microtask 2 is on conversions. So then you're going to go to Tool 2 Conversions. You read and answer all the questions on the first 2 pages on these notes pages, and then you do the practice problems on page 3. And this one actually has the practice problems going on to page 4. So that's it. All right, do the microtask in the book. Once that's all done, then you do the practice here in Canvas. That's how it's all going to work. So all the work in this class is going to be listed in the modules page in order. So just do all of these in order, and you're good to go. All right. For the lecture videos, if you click on the lecture video, there will be 2 links. The first link is a copy of my lecture notes. So here's my slides that go into the PowerPoint. When this loads. All right. So here are a copy of my lecture slides, and I have the lecture slides set up eventually. I have it set up so that it's got space for you to take notes. So if you're the kind of person who it helps you study to print out my lecture slides and then take notes while you're watching the video, I've got it there for you. It's not an assignment. I'm not requiring it, but I've had a lot of students in the past say that it's really helpful for them to take notes and review. So if that's useful for you, do it. I guess I'll just, this is acting a little slow. I'll let you do that. And then the video here is a link to the YouTube video where you'll watch the lecture. So that's what you're going to do. Watch the video with or without my lecture slides to help you take notes. Watch the video. You're going to do the first Argos lesson. So let me show you what that looks like. Okay. That's maybe my camera's in the way. Okay. So go to course. It'll start it out. It says, okay, you have 18 days. You have 18 days to pay for the course. So do that sometime in the first 18 days. And then you can click Start Course. All right. And the first lesson, I guess it just starts you with the first thing. So if you want to just do it like that, then you can. Okay. What you can do, here's how I navigate it. Okay, I'll close that. Go to Learn. And then here are all of the lessons, although this is not the easiest. So I like the outline view. And now you got the list. Okay, so here's the list of all the lessons in Argos. So you'll just click on Intro 3 Science. You'll do that lesson. Here's the thing. Kind of like the homework, the lessons. So there are two kinds of assignments in Argos. There are lessons and applications, or some of the applications are called assessments. So you'll do the lesson. In Argos, if you finish the lesson, like the lessons are longer because it's going to walk you through everything. When you finish the lesson, you get all the points. So it's either 0 or 10, or however many points the lesson's worth. So if you haven't finished it, you get 0. When you finish the whole lesson, you get all the points. Because I want you to finish it, right? There might be a point in the lesson, in the Argos lesson, there might be a point where you get stuck. Argos won't let you go on to the next question unless you've gotten the last one correct. So you have to get the answer right to move on to the next thing. So there might be a point in an Argos lesson where you get stuck. Post that question on the discussion board or come into office hours. That's what it's for, to help you get unstuck. So if you're stuck on one of these lessons, don't stress about it. Ask for help. That way I can get you unstuck and you can finish out the lesson. And once you finish the lesson, you get all the points for it. The application is kind of like my practice assignment from the homework, where the application is shorter. It's a short little lesson, just a few questions to make sure you understand what was going on with the lesson. That's actually graded. So if you miss questions on the application or the assessment, you'll miss a few points. So make sure you've done the lesson, make sure it makes sense. Once you're at 100%, then go to the application, answer those questions, and you get those points. All right? Okay, so for Module 1, right, after you're done with read the syllabus, you're watching the video now, download the textbook. I've got a survey right here. For, do you want me to print a copy of the textbook for you? If you just want to do the whole thing on your computer and you just want a PDF, then fine. But if you would like, for me, I'm the kind of person where it's really nice for me to have paper and I write my answers. It helps it stick in my head. Like I remember things better when I write it down, in the book. So if you would like a physical copy of the book, tell me in that survey, and tell me as soon as possible, because I want to get the print orders sent off to the printers by the second day of class at the latest. So answer that survey. Tell me that you want a copy. I will have those printed, and then once they're printed, I'll have them at the department office, and you can drop by the department and have our administrative assistant give you the copy, and it'll be the whole book for the whole semester. So answer that survey as soon as possible, please. And then fill out the form saying you read the syllabus, and then we're ready for the semester to start. You'll watch the video. You'll do the Argos homework. You'll do the application. Then you watch the next video, and then, do the Argos homework, do the homework out of the book, do the practice tool, and it'll be basically that same rhythm for every new idea, for every new topic. You'll watch the video, you'll do the Argos lab, you'll do the homework out of the book, and then you'll do the practice assignment. Some students, and I'll leave this flexible for you. Some students have found it easier to do the Argos lesson than do the homework out of the book. Some students, it's the other way around. So maybe if you're working through the Argos lesson and you're stuck, maybe jump down to the micro task, go through that, and reading those notes pages in the microtask book teaches you what you need to do to get the answer right in the Argos module, and then you can pick it up and finish it. The Argos labs have no time limit, and you don't have to do it all in one sitting. If you're stuck, you can close out the lesson, and then the next time you re-enter it, it'll start you right back where you left off. So you don't need to do it all in one sitting. You can, work on it, get stuck, figure out what you need to do, and then come back and finish it up later. So whether you do the Argos lesson first or the microtasks first, give it a try. Give it a try either way. See which one's easier for you. And, the order there, I have it in the order that I think makes sense to me, but let's say, so tools of the trade is related to the calculators and the conversions microtasks. So if you work through tools of the trade and you get stuck, do the microtasks and then come back and finish it. Maybe that works better for you. Your mileage may vary, and it's correct either way. So just get it done. And if you're confused or stuck, post to the discussion board, come to office hours. All right? That's how it's going to work. And to say, that's how it's going to work. At the end of the second week, there will be the first quiz based on, and the quiz will be based on everything. My lecture videos, the homework questions, the labs. So make sure you've reviewed all those to be ready for the first quiz. Okay? That's the whole class. So you'll do a couple modules, you'll take a quiz, you'll do the next couple modules, you'll take a quiz. That's the whole structure of the semester. And then at the end of the semester, we have the final project, which I'll post a video on how you're going to do the final project toward the end of the semester. That's the whole class. So I hope that makes sense. And, if you've got concerns or confusion, shoot me an email, come into office hours, and I think at this point you're ready to go. So get started, and I'll see you then. All right. Bye, everybody.